welcome back to Mind Talk, where we like to bridge the disconnect between what brain science knows and what people do. My name is Jason Bidikvolim. This week is a big week for Mind Talk. I just launched my first online course. The course itself is called Managing with the Brain in Mind. And it's a course I've been teaching for the last 5 to 6 years to corporations, organizations, different groups. And it's based on the latest sort of neuroscience and behavioral economics, the cognitive psychology, the social science. And I take sort of the major learning points, the findings, and I amalgamate them and put them together in a very understandable format without watering down the science. Now, the reason I've put this course together, it's taken me about 3 months to put this puppy together with all the production values, the video, the editing, all the sort of things. And it's a little different than teaching this live. Now, I know that the feedback I get from my courses, whether they are lawyers, financiers, engineers, geophysicists, construction workers, people working in stores, executive assistants, what have you, regardless of the level of the profession, the feedback I get from it is that they learn a lot from it. And these are life skills. They're not just used for the work, but they can be used all across the spectrum of lives. Now, the reason I built this course is to reach out, and it's on the Udemy platform. You can find the link below, but it's to reach more people, because I truly think these life skills, learning how to, understanding about the structures and functions of the brain, and how using specific cognitive techniques to calm down our brains in stressful situations. Because the course itself is broken down into 2 sections. The first one is called Managing Self. This is understanding about the reactive and the reflective mindset. Understanding that, the brain will do what the brain does. The brain is sometimes, the analogy I sometimes use is, it's like a dog. A dog will do what a dog does. Unless it's trained, it will chew on the couch. It will bark at any passerby or chase cars. It may even do its business on the living room floor. Now, we can't get mad at the dog. The dog does what the dog does, but we can train the dog to follow the rules of the house, to be more obedient, to be more settled. Well, the brain does its own thing, and that's one of the major things I talk about in the course. The brain will do what the brain does. Its prime objective is to keep you alive. It's about survival. But remember how it goes about it, anxiety, stress, depression. These are strategies for the brain to put you in a survival mode, to keep you safe. But a lot of, we don't have to worry about a saber-toothed tiger jumping out at us, around the corner as we walk into the park or to the gym or to the office. But nonetheless, these primitive mechanisms are working in the brain, and they can shut us down. They can literally shut our higher thinking and reasoning down and become reactive, like a squirrel in the park. But this is what I want to teach you. I want to teach you about the structures and functions in the course. But at the same time, I want to teach you cognitive skills, cognitive behavioral skills that are proven to shift. You can literally shift. You don't have to be a victim to the whims of the biological or evolutionary programming of the brain. We can take over. And this is what's called metacognitions. When we pull out and we can think about our thinking, we can see the brain's antics for what it is. And we can control that. We can tame the brain. We can train the brain. And that's what I want to teach you. The second half of the course is managing others. And this is, it's not just sort of in the corporate sense, manager and subordinates. That's a major part of it. But also it's techniques that, if you're a parent, how to help your children when they're stressed, when they're getting all worked up, when they're feeling disconnected from the family or their friends or what have you. But it's the techniques to help them to manage their own brains, to teach them. And another part is just managing general challenging situations. Now, I know you guys have been following me on Facebook, some of you for quite a while, since 2012. And I just wanted to kind of say a thank you to you guys. There's not always much I can do, one-to-one. But one thing is, I'd like to, the course itself is about 50 USD. It's 2 hours, 38 lectures. I'll be constantly updating it with the new stuff, new findings and such. But what I'd like to do is offer you at an 80% discount. So I think that works out to like 10 bucks. the reason I want to do this is it's just one way is to say thank you for following me. You know, I try to update put new articles or what have you once a day or twice a day. If I'm really crazy, you know, 3 or 4 times a day. But it is a thank you. What I'd like to do, if you wish to enroll in the course, as you go through it, I'd really like to get some feedback. Now, Udemy, the platform that I've launched it on, they will send you a feedback form or a feedback request. Now, it's not me doing that, but any feedback would be great of what you think, what could be improved, or what skills you think are really valuable that could help you or has helped you. And that's what I really wanted to do with this video input today. It's just to offer you guys and you gals a little bit of a thank you for following me on Facebook. But anyways, enough of me talking. Below you can see the link. You can click on that link. You can take a look. I hope you join the course and you spread the word. Any feedback would be great. But for now, have a great weekend and we'll talk next week. Thanks for now.